Hi, hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Maniac Reddeyvils. Today, we will be discussing all the latest transfer news and rumors around Manchester United Football Club. And this is a important summer that we have up ahead. And if you want to stay updated with all the latest around our football club, please subscribe to our channel, like all our videos, and also comment if you want us to improve in any manner. Please do let us know. So we have an episode ahead of us packed with transfer rumors, and we will also be previewing the Manchester United versus Spurs game tonight. So let's keep rolling. First up, Pautorres. This is a player that keeps getting linked to us for the past few days. He plays for Villarreal, is a left-footed centre back, currently playing in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. He has a release clause of about 50 million euros, which may rise to 65 million euros in the last 15 days of the transfer week. That's a news coming from Spain. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru, it's believed that United have a list of centre-back targets, with Jules Koundé from Sevilla being the most appreciated name on the list. But however, the valuation of the player by his club Sevilla, it's looking to put off United a bit. So they are looking at other options as well. Pautorres is on that list. The other players on this list are Nikola Milenkovic from Fiorentina and Sven Mortman from Lille. Now, this clearly gives an idea that we are looking to finally sign a centre back to play alongside Maguire or Lindelof, whoever Ole chooses to pick as his top choice centre back. Now, another thing that Fabrizio Romano mentioned in the same interview that he had given to a podcast by the United Muppeteers is that there is supposed to be a meeting of the United hierarchy somewhere around mid-May to discuss on the top targets for next year. Now, this to me is absolutely ridiculous. Mid-May is a time where you should be getting or sealing the deals for your transfer targets rather than zeroing in on your targets. This is why we always seem to lag behind. If we look at the trends of the last few summers, we always tend to struggle. If you look at the clubs who are much more efficient in the transfer window, such as the likes of the Cities, the Liverpools, the Chelseas, they always fix their target much before us. In fact, they have their targets ready by February or March, and by mid-May they would have even got some of their targets, if not all. And this is why we tend to struggle fixing on our targets after the transfer window has opened, and then we keep on negotiating with the clubs, with the players till the end of the transfer window, and ultimately end up not getting our top targets, or maybe even paying ridiculous amounts of money for the players. Let's see where we end up in getting our targets this summer. Another thing that Fabrizio Romano mentioned in the same interview is that is about Jadon Sancho, and he reckons that the deal is not off at the moment, even though United acquired a right winger in the form of Amad Diallo last summer. He reckons that the deal might not be off at this moment, especially if Dortmund lowers their valuation of the player from somewhere around 120 million euros, which they thought to be the likely value for a player of his stature. This was the saga of the last transfer summer, and if they lowered their valuation from somewhere around 120 million euros to somewhere around 80 million euros, he reckons the deal might be done. So that's a deal that we will be keeping an eye on this summer. Do watch this space if you want to stay updated regarding the Sancho transfer rumors. Also, I reckon that if Dortmund struggles to get the Champions League football for next season, which at this moment is looking very likely, they are 7 points off a Champions League spot in the Bundesliga, and currently with 6 games only remaining for the Bundesliga season, it's looking very difficult for them. I guess Dortmund will be really struggling to keep the likes of Erling Haaland and Jadon Sancho both at the club till the after the end of this of the coming window. So let's see how that deal goes. So another thing that Romano mentioned is that swap deals may be the order of the summer. He reckons United might be willing to listen to offers for swap deals for both Donny van de Beek and Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, he reckons that there has been no fresh negotiations between Paul Pogba and Manchester United at the moment. He is looking to secure a new deal worth around 18 million euros per year, which approximately comes down to about 370 million euros per week in wages. That's somewhere around the wages that David De Gea seems to earn at United. And whether United looks to pay Pogba such a huge sum of money will be interesting. I don't think there's a club that can afford Pogba's hefty wages plus a transfer fee this summer, so he might just wait for another summer and go on a free next year. Clubs like Real Madrid, PSG, they might be interested in acquiring his services. So that's a roundup of the transfer news for today. Now let's look ahead to Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur's game tonight. This is a very important game that we have tonight. To my left is the lineup that I feel Ole will go ahead with in this game. And this is a very important game, big game, two top sides, two big managers. It's going to be a grudge match. Ole replaced Mourinho at United. Mourinho beating Ole's side 6-1 at the Old Trafford at the start of the season. So United players will be up for it. Tottenham Hotspur players, they being out of the Europa League at this moment, they didn't have a game in the midweek, so they would be fresh and raring to go. So this will be a cracker of a game. United, if we look at this lineup, I believe Solskjaer will go with Hendo in goal. David De Gea having played in midweek, I think Henderson will come back into the lineup. Now Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, they will be missing in the midweek, so they shall definitely start. Playing alongside Harry Maguire will be Victor Lindelof. There's a case for Axel Tuanzebe playing today, but with especially with Bai not there, and there's a chance that given he's the only available centre back for our midweek game to play alongside Lindelof, so there might be a case for him getting some minutes today under this belt because he has not played for a long time. So there's a case, but I don't think Ole would go for that. He will be picking his best 11, so that will be Lindelof and Maguire. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be at right back. Now for the midfield, I think he'll go back to his preferred pairing of Fred and Scott. That's his go-to pairing in all the big games this season. Fred and Scott, Bruno to play ahead of them, and Cavani up top. Now the wing positions will be interesting, especially since Rashford and Pogba both took knocks in the game against Granada. So the wing positions, if both of them are fit, I would guess Pogba would start on the left and Rashford on the right. If either of them or any of them is unfit, Daniel James might start. I don't think he will be starting Greenwood in this game. even though he looks to be in good form. However, he didn't have that good a game against Granada in the midweek. So Daniel James might start if any of Pogba or Rashford fails to start today. So that's pretty much the team that I think Ole will pick. This team will look to sit back and hit Spurs on the break. Spurs will, under Mourinho, would like to play a similar sort of style, so it will be interesting. Might be a very dull and boring game, but then again, Spurs needs all the 3 points to be in the hunt for a top 4 spot. So Spurs are a very good side with great players up top in the form of Kane and so on. So it will be a fascinating game, especially with Spurs having players of the quality of Bale and Lucas Moura to someone from the bench. So I think I would put Spurs a bit ahead of United at this moment, and if United manage to get even a draw from this game, I think it will be a good result for us. Let's see where this game goes. If United gets a win tonight, it will be a wonderful result for us, and we will almost have sealed that second spot itself. That's a match preview for today. Have a good day. Thank you.